Hey everyone, welcome to the Huddle. I am excited today to have Kellie Romack with us. Kellie is a relatively new associate, not new, but within the last couple of years, started in product management. And Kellie's based in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and she is talking to us today from a store, which is always great to see when we have people in stores working alongside all of our amazing associates. So Kellie, welcome and thanks for joining.
Thanks, John. Happy to be here.
So let's quickly talk about you. I think one of the things that people always want to know is about people in Walmart, how they got their start here, their story, and how they could at some point do the kind of things you do. So let's talk about how you got started and how you got to the company.
You bet. So, John, I worked in hospitality for 20 plus years in a business of people serving people. And Walmart reached out, and we started having conversations, and it felt very similar getting in our stores versus hotels, working with associates, working with customers. And it felt like a really natural transition for me, and made the leap around in 2020 during the pandemic, and have had an amazing experience just meeting people, getting in stores, getting to know our technology, our products, our processes, and it's been a very exciting time.
Yeah, it has been a lot of change the last couple of years, as everyone knows, and really the change not inspired as much by us, but as much as it is by the customer. Customers are changing, our associates are changing, and specifically, you're in a store, but you do a lot of work with the associate experience and the tools that the associate has. So they have it work. So if you would just talk about product management in general, how it is the center of the crossroads between the business, the customer, technology, and how it all comes together. And then secondarily, which really is the most important part, is how you serve so many associates across so many places.
We spend a lot of time in the stores observing, working, doing the tasks that associates do, John. And from a product perspective, what I look at product is we are the hub. We have to pull it all together, working with our technology partners, our awesome design team, our business, and then the folks who are actually going to use the technology every single day in our stores, as well as how they interact with the customer. So we fall in love with problems, we dig down on those problems, and we make sure we're solving them. We don't focus on the solution. Yes, we will get there, but we have to solve the problem and create that immersive experience for both the associate and the customer to continue to just grow Walmart forward.
When we talk about product management, we're talking about a digital product, a product that's on your phone or your device. So would you just quickly, in your words, define product management in contrast to products like things we sell and design and physical products that we actually sell to customers?
Yeah, absolutely. So, to your point, product management is we want to solve things in our digital world. How are we creating technology and technology products to solve problems and make life easier for both our associate and our customer? So I look at it as taking the physical, the things we do, and creating a digital, immersive, frictionless experience for both our associate and our customer.
And Kellie, with a workforce the size we have, which is a very large number of people across multiple geographies, including multiple languages. Now it's really important to listen. And one of the things that we've talked about in Walmart forever is listening to our associates, listen to people that are closest to the customer. In many cases, that's in the store, and other times it's the fulfillment center or technologists who are running e-commerce. But listening to over 1 million people can be a challenge, just because the number of days it would take to meet them all. How do you ensure that when you launch new products that you have the ability to listen at scale? How do you do that specifically in the new products?
So we do a couple of different things. One, we have feedback loop in our products. So they can get to us any single day, anytime, and send us feedback. So we review this every single day, John. We have a team that's set up to review the feedback and understand it and get back to our associates. But to your point, we do alpha and beta testing. So we know products not perfect. We don't know every single thing. So we'll do an alpha test in a few stores. We show up in the store, we use the technology alongside the associate, we watch them, we observe them, we listen to them, we get their feedback, and then we go infuse those learnings into the product. And then we take that to a beta. So we might take it to the whole Dallas market. And so we'll take it to a larger market or a whole region. We'll learn, we'll grow, we'll expand, and then we roll that to what we call our general release, and we'll get it out across our whole fleet.
And I know, Kellie, you're working on a number of things always at the same time. So the roadmap is full. There are always experiments going on. Every week there's some kind of innovation you're testing. But when something moves from idea to alpha to beta and then on to production, and production is what we refer to when it actually makes it out to the operating environment. How long is the timeline or for something like that? What are you seeing now, and how does that compare to all the way back in your early days in hospitality? How have the timelines changed?
Sure. We, in the product world, we used to call it waterfall. So you would think about something, build it, and it would take, sometimes you would do these projects 9 months, John, to a year. We do not have time for that anymore. So we saw something in the store yesterday. Was it yesterday, day before yesterday? And we rolled out a fix within 24 hours. So, John, we have the opportunity to do things turnkey. Then when we take an idea and we learn about something like top stock and bringing it down on the sales floor, or fresh, and being able to do our augmented reality biz pick and fresh, and being able to move those things fast, we like to look at sprints. And so we break them up into small sprints so we can incrementally learn. And so we've moved from, a year to 9 months. We can do things in weeks now.
Yeah, really exciting that it happens that fast. And the most important thing, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, is being able to listen to associates. The closest customer, our best ideas come from our associates. You've heard that for a long time. There's a picture of our founder just back behind you, and I remember early in the company, my years and days early in the company, hearing all the time, some people say our best ideas come from our associates. So if you're an associate watching, please use the feedback button, use Ask Sam. There are tools that we have for you, and we're constantly monitoring that feedback and making these improvements. Okay, so last thing, looking forward the next year or so, what are you most excited about?
How we can improve efficiency and speed to get our product off our trucks, flow through our stores, into our customers' cars, to their shelves, to the refrigerator quicker. How do we make sure we can do that with the most efficiency possible for our associates, John, so they're touching things one time, and we're also making sure we're filling that order for our customer, for our OPD business, 100%.
Yeah, it sounds like, Kellie, you're really focused on simplification. If there's one word I had to use to tie this all together, it's simplifying the experience for associates. And I know I said it as the last question, I changed my mind. We talk about launching commercial grade products, and that's what you're doing. Would you just describe that quickly and then tie back together how that makes a day for an associate in a store or fulfillment center or distribution, how it makes their day easier?
Sure, absolutely. And, I'm hoping everyone in the home office gets into stores and goes and works and talks to associates, because it's so important. I can't walk from the front of the store, John, to the back of the store, without getting stopped and engaging with them and listening to them. But to your point, the things that we build, you shouldn't have to train on. Right? We don't train on our commercial grade apps out there in our personal lives. We should roll out tools that our associates understand and can use, and they're simple and easy. Now, that being said, sure, we do little information cards and we tell them what's new. We make sure we're helping them about the process and change management, but they should walk into work. They've come in on a Thursday, and on a Monday we've rolled something new out. It should be as simple as they pick up their Xcover device, they log in, right? We've got 80% plus of our associates using our mobile clock in, and they just get started. And they just get on their way, and it shouldn't be friction. It's got to be easy. We want to make technology, we want to make it easier for them, John, not harder, and simplify their lives, both work and personal.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, look, that's the role of technology. It should be an enabler of simplification and productivity and help make your day easier. And I know that's what you're doing. Kellie, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it. Love your background from customer service to customer service. So although it's a different industry, we might say hospitality and retail have a lot in common. And again, thanks for joining the team, and look forward to the progress this year.
Awesome. Thank you, John. Take care.